Episode 1 The Immortal Awakens. Night had fallen over Arwindale City. The streets glistened under a violent storm, and the wind carried a strange, ancient scent. People rushed home to escape the rain, all except a young girl named Mira. 19-year-old Mira ran along the slippery road, clutching her books close to her chest. Her breath was unsteady, and raindrops blurred her vision. But she wasn't running only from the rain. Something else followed her, something only she could see. A cluster of whispering spirits moved behind her, restless and uneasy. Mira rolled her eyes in frustration. She had been able to see ghosts since childhood, a gift, or a curse, she never asked for. Tonight, they seemed more agitated than ever. As she turned the next street, a small child suddenly ran into the road. A truck skidded dangerously on the wet asphalt, its tires screeching as it rushed toward the helpless child. Mira gasped and shouted for the child to move, but fear had frozen him in place. And then, something impossible happened. A man appeared out of nowhere. Tall, sharp-eyed, dressed in a long black coat that didn't seem touched by the rain. He placed a hand on the child's shoulder, and in the blink of an eye, both were standing safely on the roadside, as if the truck had passed through empty air. Mira stared in shock. She had seen him materialize out of the storm itself. The man looked around calmly. He wasn't breathing hard. His clothes weren't wet. His expression held no trace of fear. He turned toward Mira, and for a moment, she froze under his intense gaze. He spoke only one line. "You saw nothing. Go home." Mira tried to protest, but the man simply walked past her. A flash of lightning cut across the sky, and in that brief light, Mira saw something terrifying. A sword. A long, dark sword pierced straight through the man's chest. It wasn't a hallucination. It looked real, horrifyingly real, glowing faintly with shadows. And yet, when the lightning faded, the sword was gone, as if it had never existed. Before she could confront him, the man disappeared into the storm. Later that night, that same man appeared inside a forgotten temple far from the city. His name was Aaron, a warrior cursed to wander the world for 12 centuries, unable to die, unable to rest. The sword Mira saw was no illusion, it was the curse itself. Aaron staggered slightly, feeling the curse pulse within him. Only one type of person could see the sword, a marked one. A person destined to end his suffering. But he refused to believe it. For centuries, he had searched for such a person, and lost everyone he ever cared for. He whispered to himself that the girl must not be the one. She couldn't be. Meanwhile, Mira sat on her bed, still shaken by what she had witnessed. Her aunt asked if she was all right, and Mira lied, saying it was just a long day. But she couldn't get the man, or the sword, out of her mind. Nor could she ignore the whispers of the spirits circling her room. They kept repeating the same chilling line. "He has returned. The wanderer walks again." Elsewhere, in a small tea shop frozen in time, another powerful being sensed the disturbance. Revel, the reaper of memories, sat calmly as time stood still around him. He smiled faintly as he sensed Aaron's presence. After centuries of silence, destiny was finally moving again. The next morning, Mira tried to resume her normal routine. On her way to college, she thought she had convinced herself that last night was just stress and imagination. But Aaron appeared again, out of thin air, right in front of her. Mira jumped back in surprise, but Aaron's expression remained cold and emotionless. He told her to stop searching for him, even though she wasn't. He told her to forget everything she saw. He told her to walk away and never look back. But when Mira instinctively touched his sleeve to stop him, something extraordinary happened. The sword inside his chest flickered into view again, pulsing like a heartbeat. Mira gasped. This time she knew she wasn't imagining anything. The sword was real. Aaron froze, stunned that her touch had revealed the curse so clearly. Mira demanded to know who he was. Aaron looked at her with a mixture of fear and sorrow. He said she was dangerous to him, more dangerous than she could ever understand. And then he saw it. A faint glowing mark on Mira's neck. A crescent-shaped symbol he hadn't seen in 700 years. The mark of fate. His voice trembled for the first time in centuries as he whispered, "You might be the one who ends my curse." Before Mira could ask anything, he vanished again, leaving her bewildered and shaken. Far away, in the depths of the spirit realm, a monstrous voice awakened. The Spirit King sensed the marked one's return, and vowed that the wanderer would not survive this time. A new storm was rising, and Myra's ordinary life had already ended.